Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Friday Flow. I'm Carter, and today's practice is about finding connection and harmony within our bodies. Let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, let's start in child's pose. So bring your big toes together. Your knees can be together or apart. And as you draw your hips back towards your heels, find the length of your spine as you walk your arms forward. Soften your belly button, your chest, chin, forehead towards the floor. And then see if you can soften through the shoulders. And a little bit of movement from side to side to find that length in the lower back. And soften the jaw. This practice is about finding harmony and connection within the body. So there's a lot of inquiry with sensation, a lot of curiosity through movement, and none of this stuff is super fast. One more big inhale, slow exhale. And then gently bring yourself up into table. Hands come under shoulders, knees under hips. A little wag of the tail from side to side. And then twist and open, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Roll your right wrist, wiggle your fingers, pulse your hand. And then take this right arm, slide it behind the left arm, rest on the outside of your left shoulder, come down to your left cheek. Keep pressing through the left hand as you draw your left shoulder back. And you'll feel this little twist through lower back, mid-spine. And if you're not feeling enough in the outside of that right shoulder, you can extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. And then if you do that, you can roll the wrist and wiggle the fingers. A couple more options if you're looking for them. Left elbow bends, back of the hand finds lower back or maybe the top of the right thigh. And if you're looking for a little bit of a balance today, you can straighten your left knee either towards the back of your mat or out to the left. Toes can stay on the ground, or you can start to lift them on up. And you can go as high as you would like. Big inhale, slow exhale. If that left leg's off the ground, bring it all the way down. If the left arm is behind the back, bring that down. Press the left hand down and very slowly twist and open, reach your right arm back up towards the ceiling. And for our counter pose, we're going to bend the right elbow. Back of the hand's going to find either the lower back or around the left hip. Draw that right shoulder, right elbow back as we twist and lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, right hand comes down. And then again, let's wag the tail a little from side to side. And let's just take care of the other side. So twist and open, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, and then roll that wrist. Wiggle the fingers, pulse the hand. And then left arm slides behind the right arm. You may start to feel some variation right side, left side. It's pretty normal to have some differences. So we just soften into it and inquire, is this good right here? And you may be able to do one variation of the pose on one side and not the other. That's fine. And we don't want to push it, but we do want to find the edge. So if you need more, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. You can roll that right wrist. Right elbow bends, back of the hand finds lower back or maybe around the left hip. You can start to activate that right arm as you draw the right shoulder and elbow back. And then that last option of straightening the knee with the toes either on the ground or up. And that leg could be towards the back of the mat or it could sweep out to the right. Whatever feels right for you. There's always a little curiosity and creativity in our practice. So kind of mess around a little bit with each pose to find out what feels right. Big inhale, slow exhale. And if that right leg is off the ground, bring it down. If the right arm's behind the back, bring that down. Press the right hand down and slowly lift, twist. Left arm reaches back up. Left elbow bends, back of the hand finds lower back. As you draw that left shoulder back, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling with a twist. And exhale, left hand comes down. Little wag of the tail. And then roll over your toes. Bring your knees a little closer together and draw your hips back towards your heels. So you're flipping the toes under. This could be a little intense. So if you get all the way back and you're like, whoa, that's intense on my toes, just bring your torso a little bit farther forward. You can even bring your hips up off your heels if it's too much. If you're back here and you're like, oh, that feels kind of nice, you can move your pinky toes out from under. You can always scoot your knees a little farther forward, and you can lean back, engage the belly. One deep full breath here as we open up through the bottoms of the feet. We're going to just kind of relax the shoulders. Nice, and then come forward, hands down, lift the feet up off the ground. Oh yeah, roll those ankles, wiggle the toes. And let's take care of the tops of the ankles. So point the toes, press the feet down, hips towards heels. This is hero's pose. And then again, if it's too much, just lean forward, hips come off the heels. If you're here and it's comfortable, maybe interlace your fingers behind your back as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open up through the chest and the shoulders. Knuckles can come down towards the toes or towards the back of the mat. You can even move the head here to make sure the neck is malleable, or if it's not, to invite it to soften. And so you're not only searching for a sensation, but you're also listening to what's going on with the connective tissue, the tendons, the bones. Mine's popping and cracking. And then release your hands, give them a little shake. Hands come forward into table. Straighten your right knee. Keep your right toes onto the ground. Push your right heel towards the back of the mat. And just get a little sensation in the calf, right calf. And if you're needing power in your practice today, press down through the hands and lift the left knee off the ground. It could be maybe just an inch, or it could be all the way up towards the belly. Give yourself one deep full breath. And if the left knee is off the ground, lower it down. Take that right foot and you're going to swivel it so the bottom of the foot is flat. The left hand's in alignment with the left leg. And you're coming on your right fingertips. Draw your right hip back and extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. So supported side plank. That left arm is strong. And you're rooting down through that left knee and that top of the left foot. And if you're needing a little bit of balance, you can come onto your right toes. Or maybe lift that right foot up off the ground. Now, if you get into this spot, you can always bend the right knee and with the right hand, reach back for the foot, ankle, or shin, almost like dancer pose, and press the foot into the hand. You get a little bit of sensation in the front of the right thigh. All right, if you have that foot, let it go. And then take that right foot all the way down. Right hand down, roll onto your right toes, square the hips, and then lift that right foot up off the ground. And then take that right knee towards the left arm, so underneath the body, and maybe it touches. And then inhale, extend, lengthen, and lift. And then bring that knee towards the belly, chest, or chin. Let's do it again. Inhale, extend, lengthen, and lift. And then take your right knee towards your right arm. Stay here for a moment. Take your right foot, take it on the outside of your right hand, and then draw the hips forward and down. So you have this long extension of your back leg. And that right ankle is in front of the right knee. If it isn't, just scoot it forward. Come onto your right heel, move your toes out a little bit, and then roll onto the outside of the right foot so that right knee drops open. And we're going to root down through that left hand. We're going to take the right hand to the right thigh with a little external rotation of the left thigh, right thigh. Draw the right shoulder back, lift the gaze on up. As those hips drop towards the floor, if you're not feeling enough or you want more sensation in your left hip flexor or left thigh, you can start to bend the left knee and with this right hand, reach back for that foot, ankle, or shin. That's a doozy. One more deep full breath. If you have that left foot, let it go and take that right thigh, bring it on up, scoot your right foot towards the middle of your mat. So hands surround the right foot. And then we're going to roll over the left toes and lift the left knee. We're going to come up into crescent warrior. So we're on our left toes, arms reach up. And then you can bend and straighten this right knee to get a sense of where you are. And then elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back, lift the heart, chin and chest. Take your right arm underneath your left arm. Right hand grabs left wrist or palm for eagle arms. Elbows are drawing up. The shoulders are drawing down. And if you do have the hands, they draw a little bit away from the face. Let's bring the weight to your right foot as you hinge forward. Come onto your left toes and then come off that back foot. So this is called standing on one foot. Arms and eagle arms. One deep full breath. Let's take our left knee towards our elbows. Let's round and squeeze. And then while we're here, let's take that left knee and stack it on top of the right knee. And then squeeze your ankles towards one another. And then start to lift those elbows on up as we start to draw the shoulders over the hips. So we're in full expression of eagle. Tuck the tailbone. Elbows up. Hands a little bit away from the face. And then we're gracefully come into warrior two. So you're going to unwind the arms and legs. Left foot steps all the way back. Arms open up. So find the pose. Right toe straight ahead, right knee straight ahead. Right knee's pressing out towards right pinky toe. Shoulders are soft. Swivel the palms up and down. And as you sink low into the right knee, come into reverse warrior. So right arm reaches up and over that right ear. The left hand can dangle or find the hip or behind the back. Your gaze can be underneath that right tricep, or maybe you can swivel so you look at that left big toe. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Hands to hips. Straighten that right knee. Hinge your torso towards your right foot. Extend the right arm out in front of you. And drop the right arm down. Left arm reaches towards the ceiling, triangle pose. Right quadricep is engaged, so it's strong. All 10 toes soft. Left shoulder, left hip draws back. I'm not too concerned about this bottom arm. Like, I'm not too concerned how far it goes down. If it drops down and you feel like this left shoulder and left hip drop, well, then you need to come up a little bit to stack, right? So we're not trying to get anywhere. Inhale, come on up. Hands to hips. Bring that left foot forward about halfway. Square the hips towards the front of your mat. And let's interlace our fingers behind our back again. Squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten the elbows. Right knee is straight. Hinge forward till you feel it in that right hamstring. So if your hamstrings are really tight and where you're feeling it is, like, say, the back of the knee, you can micro bend the right knee, and that'll move that sensation up towards the glute. So you can kind of bend and straighten that right knee to the point where it feels like it's just right. One more deep, full breath. Release your arms. Give them a little shake. Bend your right knee enough to get the hands down. Lift the left foot up off the ground. Standing splits for a moment. Left knee towards the belly, chest. And then left foot steps next to right foot into your forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands, walk, step, or float all the way back, top of a push-up. Yogi's choice through movement. We're going to end up in down dog, so you can either roll through a chaturanga, which is halfway down through up dog, or you can go knees, floor, cobra, and then to down dog. And if down dog's not working for you today, child's pose is there. Always a good idea. 3 breaths wherever you find yourself. You can move or you can find stillness. Spine's long. If you're in down dog, belly's towards thighs. You're inviting the knees to straighten, although they may not get there. Same thing with the heels. You're inviting the heels towards the floor, but they may not touch. And then drop the knees into table. So we're going to do that same thing. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just bring those knees a little closer together. Straighten the left knee. Keep the left toes onto the ground. If you're needing more power, bring the right knee up off the ground. It could be an inch, or again, it could be towards the belly. But keep pushing through the left heel so you feel it on the calf. Right knee lowers down. Take your back foot, swivel it so the bottom of the foot is down. Your right toes will be pointing to the left ankle. Right hand in alignment with right leg. Come onto the left fingertips. Slowly twist and open left arm reaches up to the sky. So we're stacking shoulders, stacking hips, and then you have that option again of maybe lifting that left foot up off the ground or bending the left knee with the left hand reaching back, foot, ankle, or shin. A breath. Balance pose, very strong, a lot of focus, a lot of intimacy, knowing where we are. Exhale, let go of the foot if you have it. Bring the left foot down. Bring the left hand down. And then swivel so your hips are square to the floor. Lift the left toes off the ground. So three-legged table. Left knee underneath the body towards the right arm to engage the belly a little. Inhale, extend, lengthen, lift the chin, chest, and leg. Knee towards belly, chest, or chin. Inhale, extend, and lengthen. And then left knee towards left arm. We're going to hold here for a moment. And then that left foot on the outside of the left hand. Hips sink forward and down. Again, if that left knee passes the ankle, scoot the foot forward. And then check out the bottom of your left foot as you drop that knee open. Right hand roots down. Left hand to the left thigh. Externally rotate it just a little. You're not pushing down, just this rotation's good. Draw the left shoulder back, lift the chin and gaze. And then if you need it, the sensation right thigh, right hip flexor, you can bend the right knee with the left hand, reach back. And if you still need it, heel towards hip or tailbone. Woo-hoo-hoo. Big inhale, slow exhale. One more round. So if you have that right foot, let it go. Take the left hand, grab that left thigh, lift it on up. Scoot the left foot towards the middle of your mat. Left hand comes down. We're coming into crescent warrior, so roll over your right toes. Lift your right knee. Arms reach up. Bend and straighten the left knee. To get the sensation in the right hip flexor, ribs and belly draw in. Tuck the tailbone. Let's bend the elbows. Hands and elbows draw back a little. Let's do eagle arms again. So left arm underneath right arm. Left hand grabs right wrist or palm. Elbows again up, shoulders down. Hands a little away from the face, and then you're going to hinge forward. The weight comes to the left foot. Come onto your right toes, and gracefully come off that back foot. Ooh. Another breath. Let's take that right knee towards the elbows. And then right knee stacks on top of left knee. Squeeze the ankles together. Everything's towards midline. Elbows are up. Shoulders are trying to get over the hips. Tuck the tailbone. And then breathe space into your upper back. Big inhale. Slow exhale. This rotation is not necessary. And then unwind it all to warrior two. Right foot steps all the way back. Left knee bends, arms open up nice and wide. And again, find the pose. Swivel the palms up and down. The gaze is over your left middle finger. Ribs and belly draw in. Soften all 10 toes. Big inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, sink low into the left knee. Creating space in the left ribs. Big inhale, slow exhale. Awesome. Inhale, come on up. Straighten that left knee. Torso leans a little bit over that left leg. Left arm extends. Get some extension through the spine, and then drop the left arm down. Reach the right arm up. Again, right shoulder, right hip are drawn back. If they're dropping because you're trying to get somewhere, slide the left arm up a little bit. So this is a triangle pose right here, right? So is this one on the outside. Doesn't matter. What matters is the integrity of the spine and the sensation in the body. So what feels really nice, do that. Right? We want to make our practice so it inspires us to come back to our mat. Like I can't wait to get back to my practice. Right? So there's some discernment in it. Inhale, come on up, hands to hips. Right foot steps forward about halfway. Interlace your fingers behind your back and maybe bring the opposite thumb on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, straighten the elbows. With a straight left knee, hinge forward. Stop when you feel like it's enough. Another option again would be left knee a little bit bent or straight, and you'll be able to feel the sensation and kind of work with your body to find out what is necessary today. Awesome. Release your arms. Give them a shake. Bend the left knee enough to get the hands down. Lift your right foot up off the ground. Standing splits for just a moment. Right knee towards belly, chest. Right foot steps very softly next to left foot. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees. Plant your hands, walk, step or float, top of a push-up. And again, yogi's choice through movement. You can go through a yogi push-up if you like, or upward dog or cobra. And then into down dog or child's pose. Big inhale, slow exhale. All right. Into down dog if you're not there already. Big toes come together. Right heel towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee, stack right hip on top of left hip. And let's come into pigeon right side. So right shin comes forward. Right foot in alignment with the left leg. A little bit of lengthened spine, making sure the knees are supported. Lower the elbows down. And we're not here long, just about 3-4 breaths. And so you can press the shin into the ground. You can lean towards that sensation. You can move from side to side. 2 more breaths. Just, again, just connection, harmony, and intimacy. And we get there from knowing where we are. And this is authenticity. This isn't like pretending, right? My internal thought is always like, I'm 25. My body's like, no. So if I think I'm 25, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to hurt myself. That's what's going to happen. So I got to know where I'm at physically. All right, hands under shoulders, gently lift yourself on up. Back into down dog. You can move again into 3-legged chaturanga if you'd like. Or you can go right into down dog or child's pose. You can shake out the right leg to make sure that right hip is taken care of. But when that is all well and good, then you're going to take care of the other side. So big toes together. Left heel towards the ceiling. You can bend the left knee to get a little bit of openness. And then left shin comes forward. So take your time getting into it. And then again, right side, left side may be different, so you adjust accordingly. Sometimes my right knee needs a little attention, so I got to put something underneath the thigh or the hip to support the knee, and all those things are always okay. Some people have this discussion with me all the time that when they use blocks or bolsters or these things, they feel like they're cheating, and it's not it at all. It's like the blocks and bolsters give you a chance to really amplify the asana so you can really get into the sensation, connective tissues, and the things that you may have not been able to get to without them. So it's assisting you. It's not cheating at all, right? So if you don't have blocks or pillows or blankets around your mat, my suggestion is if you're doing yoga, have some of that stuff. Like here's mine, my blocks, my straps right behind it, my pillows are here. So keep that stuff handy. So if you get into a pose and like, whoa, that kind of hurts, you can grab stuff and take care of yourself. All right, hands under shoulders, gently lift yourself on up. This time you're going to drop to your left hip and sweep your right leg around. Let's do a little bit for the groins. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees fan out nice and wide. You can scoot your heels towards your hips till you feel like it's enough, and then you're going to hinge forward. Elbows can drift out as you press down, and you can move a little bit from side to side. I almost felt like I did an Arnold Schwarzenegger imitation there. As you go down, hinge at the waist and go down. Sorry. I hope you're not from California. Okay, one more deep full breath. This is not a comedy act. Inhale, come on up. Hands on the outsides of the knees. Lift yourself on up. Feet to the floor. Hands behind you. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. A little twist in the opposite direction of the knees. Do that a couple times. And again, not only are you bringing your awareness to the sensation, but you're listening to what's going on with the body. Maybe cracks and pops and body's moving. All right, back to center. Knees stay bent. Lower to your back. We're coming into a bridge pose. So as you press through your feet, very slowly lift your tailbone, mid-back, maybe upper back off the ground. If you still need some more space, you can rock a little from side to side as you squeeze the shoulder blades together and then interlace your fingers behind your back. You can come onto your toes if you need more space. Draw the chin a little bit towards the chest. 2 breaths here. Opening up through the heart, fronts of the shoulders. The whole front body is opening, which is great because if you're sitting at your desk all day, we collapse in the front body. So it's a nice counter pose. Lower the heels, release the hands, very slowly lower the hips down. Draw the knees towards the belly or the chest, squeeze it in. If you feel like you need more sensation, both arms in between the legs, grab the bottoms of the feet, ankles up over the knees, separate the feet, draw the knees down, sides of the rib cage towards the floor, rock a little side to side, happy baby. All right, soften the breath a little bit. We're going to be rolling into Shavasana here. So my Shavasanas in these short classes are usually like 2-3 minutes. If you have the time and the space to stay for 5 or 10 minutes, please do that. So when you are ready, release your feet, ankles towards heels towards the corners of your mat. Externally rotate your thighs so your feet fall open. Take your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. Tuck your chin. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. And then bring your awareness to the right side of your body, your right toes, ankle, knee, hip, side body, right shoulder, elbow, right hand, and soften through exhale. And bring your awareness to the left side of your body, the left fingers, wrists, forearm, left shoulder, left rib cage, left hip, thigh, knee, ankle and toes, and soften the left side of your body through exhalation. Relax the neck, the throat, the jaw. Allow the breath to become a little bit more of a whisper. Soften your forehead. Maybe even let the eyes float away from each other in their sockets. And in this moment, you are fully connected to the body, integrated into this planet, open to all things through love. a moment to rest, reflect, and digest. And once again, if you have the time and the space to stay in your Shavasana for a little longer, please do that. If your day is waiting for you, start to wiggle your fingers and toes as you awaken to this body. Roll and rock the head side to side. Extend your arms up over your head, stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. On the exhalation, draw the knees towards the belly as you wrap your arms around your legs and squeeze. Right arm reaches up over your head and roll to your right side. A moment to acknowledge your body and your practice. A little bit of gratitude for the opportunity we have to move through this day. Softly pressing the hands into the ground, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. And take that left hand to the heart and take that right hand on top of the left hand. Big inhale, slow exhale. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up. If you want to expand this practice by 20 minutes, click here. If you want to expand it by 10 minutes, click here. And make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking on my picture here. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. Take care of yourself. I love you guys. Peace.